Okay guys, Michael Lambert here, and a few people have been asking me about penny stocks and pretty much just what I know about them. So that's what we're gonna do today. I started studying penny stocks way back in 2013, I'd say would be the first year, and had some good experience in 2015. Like it was pretty decent, and then just some average, but still a good time. Uh, Outside those years. So let's get on and let's start with I guess my whole process of let's go find like a good penny stock. So I like PSL even though they seem to have changed their list as of lately. It used to be a list about 100, but we can look at 10 or so, 15. So when I'm looking for these, I look for the lowest price I can find, a bottomed out price, and I look for um, sorry about that, guys. But I look for some good characteristics for each of these penny stocks. Pink slips, over the counter, it's all the same thing. By definition, from what I've read, penny stock is anything under $5. But in my opinion, a penny stock is a penny. A dollar, $2 stock, that's a dollar stock, you know. So when I'm looking at these, I try to find the lowest value possible, and then look at the other characteristics from there. Oops. So I see four, five, no, four. So we got a 1/100th of a penny there, and then the other two also went up 2/100ths of a penny. This top one is nice, 124% change. Let's go see what that is about. So yesterday it closed, and I use E-Trade, but you can use Merrill Lynch, and there's plenty of other brokerage accounts you can make, or you can just get a stockbroker. But in today's world, you might as well do it yourself. But you got to know what you're doing. It's always a gamble. There's always risks involved, but there's safety measures you can take to try to prevent any of that from actually happening. And I will share with you some of my good experiences and some of the bad ones with you. But this one I normally can't buy. Normally it's the lowest you can go is 1/100th of a penny, and that's interesting. I'm actually curious what it was showing up as yesterday. Instead of looking for the most active or fluent stocks, it gets a lot easier when you're looking at basically the losers, the ones that have been dropping, because I'm pretty sure you've heard buy low, sell high. So let's go ahead and take a look at a few of these. Anything that was in the 1/100th of a penny price range. From here, we gotta start looking at the open, the highs, the lows, the volumes, and the trade values. Trade values, it's probably a mistake, but I actually don't look at these. And trades are important. It off the bat it shows how fluid it is. This one, it's the most fluid, and it's at the right price range. So why not just skip down there? So let's take a look at this one. Its low today was bottomed out. It's high. That's a nice change. But it's reversed from what we wanted because it's a loss. Let's take a look at the pattern, what it has been doing. Okay, so it looks like over the past 5 days, it's been at 1/10 of a penny, and then it shot up to 1/5 of a penny. Little hay penny. But over the past month, it's been just as low as it has right now, and that was about 2 weeks ago. Other than that, it's been 1/10 of a penny. Okay, so it's been low. It had a full cent back in February, maybe. So right now, I would recommend buying this one, NVGC. Because if you look at it, its median is did not want to go there. Let's go 10 years. In a lot of cases, in most graphs I look, they stop at 2 years, but you can find older ones. Just depends on how old the company is. This one goes back 4.5 years pretty much. Started off as a 30-cent company, went up to 50 cents, dropped to 10 cents, and then it's been slow there. But it is very fluid. You could make some money on this one. Mostly either doubling, tripling, possibly even more your money. Because I mean, if it was at a 1/5 of a penny, is that where it was at? And right now it's pretty much bottomed out. If I went into E-Trade right now and try to get this, it's bottomed out. I don't see the company going under. I mean, it is a possibility. It is that time of year soon, in the next couple months when everyone's got to file paperwork for the following year. So that is a possibility. This company could go under, but it's been here about 4 or 5 years, so I do have some faith just in that regard. But I would recommend buying it right now. Let's say when I do this, I like to drop 500 or 1,000. I mean, to actually make it worth my while, opposed to like, hey, made a few bucks. Often the old prices to buy and sell with any of them, for the high companies would charge $9.99, $10 to buy and then to sell. So it would be 20 bucks pretty much. It would cost you. So you better make at least 20 bucks, and it's not even worth it unless it's like an extra 20-buck profit. But when I do this, and my highest experience, I was an over-the-road trucker, and I mean, no kids, no bills. I was free to do what I wanted. So I would drop 500 or 1,000 down on these, and it turned out pretty good. And right now, if I had that laying around, and if you do, I would recommend it. Drop it on this one. Let's just try to. We're looking for patterns here. So it dropped. It's hard to tell. Let's see. 1 month. I want to say about a week. It dropped to where it is right now. 2 weeks ago, but it's held strong up there at 1, and it spiked today. At 1, that makes no sense. 1/10 of a penny. Let's look back farther. 3, I mean, its last spike, it dropped to. It really bottomed out. It went lower than we can buy it as. It looks like. If possible, that would have been a great day to buy. But then it came right back up, and a lot of people probably did buy that day. Oh, that's what this volume graph is all about. Right here, don't know if you can see my mouse, but right here, it's pretty interesting. So, I mean, the price was stagnant for a month. Just before, down here, a lot of people bought in, which made the price go up. 100% times 10. Yep. So if it was me, my 1,000 would have turned into 10,000 that day if I was a part of this group. And this is what I look for. But it wouldn't be on this day. It's been stagnant. I would not have dropped in on that day. Let's look at this one. Okay, it dropped. There was a couple sales, which is interesting because that does not match this size-wise. But this would have been a good day to buy, and that's what people did this day. And it went up, and on all penny stocks, penny stock list, wherever really, that's probably what this group is. People coming, noticing this spike, it's like, hey, let's try to hop on this ride, let's make it go higher, let's bring it back up to here, because they just saw this, and thinking, oh, it's probably going to go higher. But it didn't. So, it's like, okay. And another part of this group, probably 30 to 70%, 50-50, it depends, is selling it, and that's why it dropped. But then it went back even higher with just this little volume on this day. This pattern doesn't really make sense, because we have a lot of volume. It could have been a buy, it could have been a sell, but there's action going on here. About the 3rd week of October. Then we come over here, and we see just a little bit. So there's a lot going on here, and nothing happens, and then it drops, just over a little. So then we come back here, and a little brings it right back up. So, if we saw this, can I change my color? Merry Christmas, everybody. If we can change this, if we look for stuff like this, we'd have a good chance of finding these, and that's where we would want to put our money in. Let's go look at a different one. So basically, let's stay on track. Let's take a look at a different one. Trying to decide which one. Okay, let's go back to the one we already looked at. 125,000 increase. So if there was a just today, if there was $1,000 sitting on it, it would have went up $124,000. Is that 124 million? Okay, so I had to pause that for a second because I normally don't buy right there because at least with E-Trade, you can't buy that low. You can only go to 1/100th of a penny, and in some cases those aren't even listed anything that low. But in this case, it's listed incredibly low. 100,000th, a millionth of a penny. Wait, 10, 100,000, 10,000. Anyways, but like I said, I like to drop 1,000 on these. This would have been $1 million day. And let's go look at the graph and see. It's like 56K. My lord. So it's been steady. Let's look at 5 days. I see what happened here. So this would have been a hard stock to buy. Oh, never mind. It was just lagging. I thought it was a new company if you saw that line a second ago. But we do not want to see 2 years. Let's load the 5 days. Never actually seen that before. It's a red line right here, steadily low, but if you go to the 1 month, it's been low, and it spiked. Boom. Look at the end here. It shot up. This looks like a volcano. And that's not a real term, that's just the term I like to call a lot of these. There was a second one, and it was steady. at a higher number. That was at a tenth of a penny. I like to go to a hundredth of a penny, because if you buy it at a tenth of a penny and it goes down, I'll lead you through this. Okay, we saw that it was steady, so it could go down or it could go up. But it's good to have this on your watch list. It's a low. It's not exactly in the ones I like to look at, but I'll show you right now why these are actually pretty good to look at. It's been steady, so keep it on your watch list. Pay attention to this one. It dropped. There's volume. People are buying it. Yep. Just wanted to see if that was lined up. So it shot up from whatever they bought it as right here. It looks like some people sold. They're like, oh, this isn't doing anything. And then some people bought and it shot up. It ricocheted. And then right here, people sold. So that's where that one came from. And then later, it looks like people sold. No one bought, so it didn't go up. And then they sold again. And it looks like people probably bought here. They bought here. And it didn't do anything, interestingly. And so they sold here. Leveled out. They bought some, it went back up, and they resold. And in an area like this, that'd be a good place to just double your money real quick. Other than that, this has been a steady downfall since this. Never buy up here. Never. I mean, you're just begging to lose your money. But then we hit today, and it volcanoes again. Pretty high number. 1,000 would have been $1 million today. And I have not been investing in 2017, but definitely gonna go back next year. Let's look back farther in time and see what's up. Okay, from 6 months to a year. It likes this. It likes a tenth of a penny right here. It's either a tenth of a penny or pretty much nothing. So they sold. They sold again. Somebody bought. And this thing, I almost wonder if it's an owner or something. Because it's just at that number. It's not. But anyways, they sold. So some people here made a killing. Someone probably right here walked away with $1 million. And then they sold, it dropped off, but then when it bottoms off like that, especially one like this that likes to be level up here, buy. Always buy right here and right here. And of course, when we get down here, buy it again. Could have doubled your money real quick right there like we talked about, but when you look at it, every time you look at the broader picture, this one likes the volcano. So, bought right here, made some, would have waited. This would have been interesting if we saw this, and that's probably what this volume thing is. You got to be patient, and I'm glad to see there's no little marks right here. No one tried to sell. They were patient, waiting for it. So, oh wait, they weren't patient because somebody right here sold. The price dropped. Somebody bought. It went back up to here. They definitely walked away with a few million, and then it took its median right here, and then slowly dripped off. I bet this right here is this right here, and these right here are going to be coming next. We can't see into the future, so let's go 2 years back. 3 years. And we kind of still see the same thing. There was no volcano. There was a really big one, but it likes that. It likes that tenth of a penny opposed to the hundredth. And let's see, from nothing, see some action here, see some action here, 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 here. If you're dropping 1,000 and making a couple grand back to back, I mean, this could have been 100,000 right here. And then this, someone bought big right here. It shot up to a full penny, and then came back down, and then went back over. That would have been a crazy day. If this right here would have been $1 million off of $1,000, just don't want to do the math on that right now. So those are the things we want to look for. Speaking of the volcanoes, let's go take a look. Hopefully it was this one. So, I think it was the other one. I recorded 3 of these videos today. The first 2 I forgot to push the volume button, so I uploaded them anyways, but all it is pretty much drawing on the screen. You don't know what's going on because I wasn't talking, but okay, got it. This was the volcano one. Oh, we already talked about it. That's okay, cool. This one we're gonna cover fluid. This one is just so fluid. It would be, you gotta watch the pattern. It's risky. If you don't know what you're doing, you're gonna lose your money. But if you approach it with strategy and find the points where you need to hit it, it's just a chess match. Go back. Okay, so this one, NVGC, we found it on the loss list. And it's at the price that I like to see. That's where I like to buy my stuff. But if we looked at the last one, a tenth of a penny would have been decent if you stay patient. So, okay, the 5 days looks like it's been steady at a tenth of a penny. Shot up to a fifth of a penny, so times 5. And so that would have been 5 grand, and then it drops down to a lower number, and it's tempting. It's like, oh, get it right now. I'm sure. Surprised the volume is only 2,000. It should be in the millions. That's like some kilo volume. I'm surprised. Yeah, just people aren't all over this. Okay, so the past 2 weeks it's been steady, and then this happens. And some volume. Tempting. And let's see. About 2 weeks ago, it did the same thing. It's going to come back up. Times 10. I would put money on it right now, if you could. Have it go through in the morning. Back here, we kind of see the same thing. It's definitely bottomed out. It's been here. How long has it been here? It's been steady. Took a couple month break. Had a volcano, kind of a volcano. I wouldn't actually call these volcanoes because the ones I call volcanoes might be fluid or not fluid, but they just have random spikes and you can almost predict them in a time frame. Let's go back to a year. Okay, perfect example. I would call this a volcano, and this it's fluid, it's doing stuff. And I can tell it's fluid by looking at the bottom graph, the volume graph. That's all the transactions going through buying, selling of the stocks. This little spike, it was a buy and sell, a double thing, and it was a lot. That's very subjective, a lot. But anyways, so let's just go back further in this 2 years. Let's go to 3 years. Okay. It's been around for a long time. 5 years? Yeah, it's a 5-year company. So in the past year, we know what it looks like. It's very simple. It just looks like that. Much easier to. Oh, that's 6 months. Still not bad. We might have a volcano coming. That would be nice. Just a nice big one. Drop 1,000, make a few million. But no, you got to be lucky. You got to try hard to hit anything like that. But if we look back the past 3 years, it does instantly look like there's a higher median, and then a lower median, and then like a bottomed out median, and looks like it's kind of climbing up. So today would be a good time to buy. And even if you don't sell it, what you could do with because look at this, it's just so spiky. You could buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. Drop a grand, make a few grand, 2 grand, whatever. It literally depends on each spike and the timing with it. Then, I don't know, then you have a hiccup, it's like, crap, I just lost 6, but keep going. Don't get out of hand. It's a gamble, like I say. So just don't get out of hand, and you can be successful. I have faith in you. I don't think I can zoom in farther, or just on a specific year. But with this median, this would have been a good time to buy, like, prime. Right here, actually this one right here, it's like a day after, boom to boom. You'll almost never get this lucky where you just buy low and you sell really high and make a lot. You'll almost never, more so, you'll be like one of these guys. See that little bit right there? It's like, oh, I made a little bit. And you do that a lot of times, opposed to one time, buy low, sell high. But you could have been more patient, hit this one and sold here, but more than likely you sold here, or you waited a bit, then you sold for a little bit less here, or you missed that, and you can set, by the way, you can set orders through, so that last up to 60 days, and you can set the price, like sell at this price, and you can set alerts. But if you're busy at work, I mean, it's good to have those alerts and like those automatic orders go through, like if it's at this price, sell it. You could do that through E-Trade, and I'm sure the others. But you might have sold on this day, and you might have been like, crap, I missed all of that. I sold lower. But still, you would have doubled or tripled. Maybe quadrupled your money right here. At least. Depends on which day you sold it as well, or bought it. Or you might have waited. Somebody might have waited a little bit longer and sold here. It's very fluid, a lot of things going on. Just remember to buy it low. And the fact that it's actually at a bottomed out low, and it's been around for a while, I would hop on that stock. Like, if I had it right now, I'd be like, oh, $5 grand if I had it. I would put it on it right now. So if you do, you've got anything, do it. Not sure what else we need to cover. But anyways, let's I covered everything in a couple other videos. Ooh, I recognize that symbol. But like I said, there was no volume, so I do apologize again if you didn't catch that part. There's news. So if you're looking at a stock and there's no news, I'd be a little bit weary. The 52-week high, because some stocks don't even move. You gotta literally put money on it, and you might. I found one earlier, and it's in the first video, so you can see it. And I'll toss it up in a link and in the description what it was. Just don't remember off the top of my head. But anyways, you might put money on it and have to wait like 3 years before it does anything. So be patient. That should be the name of the game. Just be patient. But I used to look at this one a while back. Its opening was lower than I can normally buy. At least through E-Trade, but it's now at a price that I can buy. Let's look at the past 5 days. It's been low. Oh, it spiked. That would have been a good day. 1 month in this month, the first week. It did it twice. 2 volcanoes. How unfortunate. I had money on these guys a while back. Let's really look at this graph. So let's see, where are we at? 3 months. So 2 volcanoes, 1 dip. Which is interesting because through E-Trade that's hard. I would still have to buy it on this, so I would actually not make any money right there. Nor here, nor with this rise, because I have to buy it literally, that's the lowest I can buy it as. But up here though, I could sell that. I could buy here and then go times 10. So 1,000. Sorry about that. But I think I was looking at this guy a while back. So he's been low 1 year. He had an identical one back here, and it's fluid. It's probably why he's always been fluid. Why I've been looking at it right here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It gets harder. If it went up to 3, it would have been easier to sell the 2s, but when it's sitting on that number, it's hard to sell it at that number because other people are trying to sell it at that number, and some people are lucky and some people aren't. But then there was a volcano here after it being pretty steady, fluid, steady with some drops, but yeah, let's go farther back. Let's look at 2 years. Okay. Well, that's interesting. The volcanoes have been. Oh, I see a pattern. It's bottomed out anyways, and it's been around for a while, so it wouldn't hurt to have your money sit on it. I used to mess with this stock, but it does this so often. Like I said, it's easier to sell on the threes. Might have been the day I actually sold a good amount, because through all these, you might only hit two. I guess two on each side. That was a full year right there. But you'll hit a couple, but you will not hit all of them. Like right here, this one happened so fast over the course of a week. I'd say two, one or two, and then probably you could hit it 3 times here. It's reliable, it's predictable, kind of predictable. Predictable enough. Like I said, it's a chess match. But way back here, I mean, it's been around for a long time. But back here, it used to be, I mean, that wasn't a lot, but it used to do some other stuff. So who knows? That's why you got to go read the news. And this one should be on your watch list. No charts. Let's go look at the other charts, not the graphs. Okay. There's a lot of news. I mean, you can look at these within a lot of the apps. I don't like this website. It's not listing the more news like it said it would. Let's just try that again. Anyways, I will not click more news, but look into the news about these, and you get to know your stocks pretty much, and what they're going to do, what you think they're going to do. There's been a recent pattern of this. I did record multiple videos, so I'm not sure if I already mentioned this part. Apologize if I do. But one time, I put some money down on an oil company, and everybody needs oil. Seems pretty good. But that company, right after the holiday season, when you're getting to tax season, it shut down. And it's still sitting in my portfolio, but it has like a weird like serial number now. It doesn't have like the stock number, and I can't exactly sell it. I haven't really been able to. It's literally bottomed out, like a $0 bottom out. It's still in my portfolio, which is the weirdest part. But that might happen to you, so keep that in mind. It's not like buy it at the absolute low, nothing can happen. And if you do buy it at the absolute low, and you even set in an order to go sell it at that price, it might be 5 weeks. And at that point, you might as well set it for a profitable one. Your money literally might get stuck there for a while. So do be careful. Don't think you can just grab your savings account and just drop it all and then you'll get a lot of money. It's a chess match. That's how you got to look at it. If you need me to go more in depth about anything specific within the stock market, anything with investing, if you have tips, anything or whatnot, leave it down in the comments below. And yeah, I hope everyone gets into trading because in the end, it's really worth it. So I hope you enjoy your day. And Michael Lambert over and out.